Corner fam, what's good? It's match day. It's the North London derby. We have a special match day preview show with the P Supporters Club guys. We have Murray and William joining us once again to give their views now. Just before the match, we've got the North London derby kicking off at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium or New White Hart Lane. I don't know. They change their names so often, so we'll wait to find out when we get there. So yeah, just getting into it, it's a big one. So the first thing I got to ask the guys is, we love this fixture as Arsenal fans. So how you guys feeling, Murray and William, like, North London derby, we're in a good position, but it's still a North London derby. How's the feelings, how's the excitement levels?
I think it's a little bit of nerves, feeling a bit anxious, excited, but as you said, it's the North London derby. I feel positive based on our form compared to theirs, but in a derby like this, and it's one of the biggest derbies in the world, form counts for nothing. I mean, touch wood, Spurs can come out and they can sort of hit us 3-0. And then the next week, then they lose, to Norwich or whatever the case is, 5-0. Form counts for absolutely nothing in these type of derbies. So it's always a cracker. There's always fireworks. But I'm sure we're going to score a couple of goals, and just to get one over Mourinho as well, it's going to be nothing better.
Always sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my friends who's a Tottenham supporter said it's not a derby because there's no fans. So I think they are feeling a bit more nervous than what we are, which isn't actually a good sign because, like Murray said, form we doing better than what they are doing. So, but form counts for nothing, like Murray said. I think they're feeling a bit more nervous than what we are feeling. I'm confident, I must say. And yeah, the anxiousness.
Confident.
Yes, anxiousness kicked in around about 12 o'clock today. So, but yeah, it's always a fixture that we are looking forward to. The players don't really know, the Arsenal players now don't really know a London derby. So yeah, I'm curious to see how those, if you can brand them, the new guys go in this fixture. So yeah, I'm excited, man. Let's go do the job. It's like Murray said, Mourinho. Yeah. Damn it, that guy, that guy hates Arsenal. And to think a few months ago we wanted him as Arsenal supporters wanted him as the next manager. So yeah, let Arteta put him in his place, man.
Yeah, no, that's good. At least we're all excited. And I think maybe it's been a while we're as confident going into North London derby.
Yeah.
So before we get into it, just to add, like, do you guys, what's your favorite North London derby moment or a recent one that for you, I don't know, just made you love the game again? I'm sure there's 100 because we love beating them. And okay, off the top of my head, I know everyone's gonna say winning the match. I mean, winning the league at Tottenham, but I'll say after that, because that has to be our number one memory of Tottenham.
I must say my recent memory must be that Rosicky goal, man. At Tottenham, that was one hell of a goal. I think we drew or we won that game. I'm not too sure.
1-0.
Yeah, 1-0. But that goal was it was just an awesome goal. And for Thomas to score it, I think the build up to that, he was in and out of the squad, and people questioned his inclusion into the match day. But yeah, that was the recent one was probably one of my favorite memories. The Thomas goal.
William, I don't know if you were there, but the one that definitely comes to mind, I wouldn't even sort of say the winning the league at White Hart Lane. I think it was last season or 2 seasons ago.
I think I know which one it is.
Yeah. The 4-2. William, I don't know if you were there at the club.
Yeah, we were there, yes.
Guys jumping on the table. I mean, it was to come down from 2-1 down. It was probably one of the best.
Yes.
but in regard to an away victory, we haven't won there in a very long time. I know it's the old White Hart Lane, but I think we really need
Shit Hart
to.
Lane.
Oh, Shit Hart Lane, yeah. Excuse me. But I think
it's allowed.
I think
It's
we need
allowed.
to sort of, yeah, man, especially in this game.
Exactly.
I think we really need to sort of stamp our mark on their new stadium. You know, we drew and we were very unlucky that we did draw, and I think that was at their new stadium last season. Ramsey scored one, and then Aubameyang missed the penalty.
The penalty, yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I mean I think let's go out there and let's really you know, give that stadium a bit of history and then really stamp our mark all over that stadium. And I think the lads are going to be up for it. Because I mean, Arteta, he's been a gooner. Even when he played for Everton, I heard a stat that as a player, his win rate against Spurs for Everton and Arsenal was 56%. And that's damn good. So I think he's going to really try and motivate the players to really get into the zone. I think Martinez has been there for a while. He's going to fire up the defense. Aubameyang's been there, so he knows what it's all about. Tierney, I think, is, if he starts, I think he's going to give that left side one hell of a beating, because he's had he's going to be that guy who came from, you know, the Scottish League and had Celtic and Rangers. I mean, that's a derby on its own as well. But
exactly.
This is the North London derby, and I think the fact that he's shouting at the ref for, what is it, the Southampton game or one of those games, and he was showing his passion. I think Spurs they're going to be in trouble today.
Yeah, no. For me personally, I agree with Murray there. I'm sorry. The risky goal, I kind of remember it. I'm trying to piece it back. But the only reason that 4-2 was Torreira scored his first goal. And that celebration was for us, because we knew how well he played and he was doing so well. Yes. And then you just need a goal. First it was like Aubameyang and Lacazette, but then, you know, just that goal for me, just apart from anything else, it was just so great. And then it just felt that Arsenal passion again, reignited a flame that we kind of lost. You know, as you said, going to White Hart Lane is never easy. You know, we haven't had results. We were unlucky last season, and I think maybe that will fuel Aubameyang, because the last few games he feels a lot better, but more comfortable. He might not be scoring or more fluid, but he's more fluid. You know, playing better. So let's go into a bit of a lineup. We won't go the details because we kind of know what Arteta is going to do. But then from the previous games, is there any changes you would make or anyone you would want to see, you know, in terms for this match, you know, what you want to see as well?
I don't know. I mean, the guys have been playing well. I was actually discussing it earlier today, and, you know, do we bring Holding in? I mean, Holding is one of, you know, he's, what's that?
Go forward to back.
Or not even go forward to back, because Mourinho is going to park that bus. So we're going to need
definitely.
We're still going to need to play three at the back. But, you know, do we bring Holding in? Because he's got that passion in the defense. And I mean, what he does to Chelsea, and that's not even one of our biggest rivals. I mean, you know, do we bring him in? Yes. Do we maybe say Kolasinac, you know, get onto the bench and then still play Tierney with Holding? Or, you know, do we maybe put Holding on the right? There's options. But I think we're going to need, Danny's going to have to pull the strings. We're going to have to get our passes pinpoint through those holes. But I also think we're going to need to start taking shots from outside the box to try and draw them out of the defensive minded their mentality. Hopefully we get an early goal. Hopefully we can open up the game, and hopefully we can really put them to the sword. But what I am very confident about is that as soon as we do get the ball in their half, I mean, it takes a split second for us to turn and head towards their goal. And we are heading towards the opposition's goal now with a lot of intent to actually score and get the ball in the back of the net. And I haven't seen this Arsenal in a hell of a long time. So I'm liking what I see. But can we get through Mourinho's defense? Because we've always struggled in the past. But Arteta, I think he's got a plan. I'm not writing him off. But yeah, let's just focus. And as I said, build for next season. And let's start now. And then, you know, we've got Liverpool on Wednesday as well. That's going to be tough. So we have to take into mind, you know, who do we risk now? Yes, it's the North London derby, but at the same time, I'm sure Liverpool's going to bring it, and we're going to want to show Liverpool that next season we are up for the challenge, and we're going to take that title from you.
I like it. Yeah. I like it.
Yeah. I was actually thinking going forward the back, but Murray just swayed me in that thought. Um, but maybe just keep it simple. The way that we've been going the past few games with Mustafi and Luis and Kolasinac. But I would really like to see Torreira in there today with Chaka. I know that Ceballos he's been doing really really good, but just to have Torreira in there, we are playing away. It is a North London derby. Um, Torreira is an Arsenal player. Not that I say that maybe Ceballos doesn't know the importance of this fixture, but just get Torreira in there with Chaka, show up that defense, and then I would like to see Bellerin get a start ahead of Ainsley. Just because I think Bellerin, he's been a part of the North London Derby for a couple of years now, and obviously see Pepe in there, man. We need that. I think we need that attacking side as well. If we do go with the Chaka Torreira, and then obviously put Saka on the left, and then Uba up top. Um, in the middle with the attacking side, there's going to be a bit of a question mark, but I would go with Willock. Let's see how he does in that role. But yeah, maybe give Torreira a run with Chaka. I think he's fully fit now, and let's see how because he's passionate. He brings that that Vieira type of attitude in the North London derby. That Jack Russell type of attitude. He's going to be all over the place. He's going to put in challenges. He's going to be in their faces. And yeah, I'm hoping to see that. But I'm not going to be too upset if Ceballos starts with Chaka, the tried and tested partnership for the past few games. But I'm really hoping to see Bellerin just to get his confidence up with Pepe on that right hand side. But the best attacking side or the best attacking option on that right hand side would be Ainsley with Pepe. But yeah, I'm really hoping to see Bellerin and Torreira. Let's see.
Yeah, no, definitely. I also would like to see Bellerin. I just feel hopefully it's up for it today because he does have that Tottenham,
Yes.
the derby blood, especially from the youngsters as well. They groomed and they kind of know how big this game is to us. So yeah,
Yeah.
let's hope Pepe is also in there. I want to see him too because I think he can do some damage. But we'll see. And it's hard. At least we have choices now. It's hard selections. And I think
Yes.
what Murray did say was right, like in terms of the defense shuffle up. Like, do you have to, even if you do, at least you can bring Holden in,
Yeah.
Kolasinac, he hasn't looked great, but he's getting the job. And I think Arteta, for me, it just seems like he always has a plan. So I like that part about him. He always trying to improve something or change something. Sometimes it works against you. Most times it does, I feel, but he gets it right. And I think that's what, and this is a good test for him because a lot of us, remember we were speaking about writing off the season, I think, in the first interview
Yeah.
we did. And now we have a little bit of hope, and it just shows you how much it can change, and also what he's doing is implementing. And this is a good test. We had Leicester, Tottenham, and we're gonna have Liverpool, and quite a few other games, and then City as well. So it is, even if we win nothing, it is a good test for him to feel how much pressure it is in the Premier League and against the top managers. So I'm just looking forward to the rest. I think he does take it one game at a time, which I appreciate because he makes every opponent a worthy opponent. So no one's less than or more than. He just goes into every game preparing, making sure the guys understand what they want to do. So yeah, I know, as I said, we're confident, we're happy, we just I want this game to kick off. I also don't want to keep you guys too long. I know we have to watch the build up to the game. They show some cool Arsenal, Tottenham, good old days. So yeah. But yeah, just last few questions. Do you guys have a prediction? Anyone would you like to give a prediction, or are you a bit cautious? It's fine if you
3-0.
are.
I would say 3-0. I think if we can take Song out the game, Kane's not going to get any service, so that's going to definitely help. We take Song out, we take Kane out all at once. I think we get the early goal. And then, let's as I said, let's put them to the sword. 3-0, worst case scenario, probably 3-2. I think it might then be close. It's either going to go our way or it's just going to be a close game. But I think the way that we're playing and Arteta's tactics, he's changing it every single game. He's not using the same tactics every single match. I think he's got a plan. He's got some cards up his sleeve. And we've got a fit team. And everyone's, aiming for a spot. So everyone's going to be hungry for this fixture. I'm sure Arsenal and the backroom staff, they've already told the players as to how important this fixture is. And the players have probably been looking forward to it as well. So I think they're going to be up for it. Definitely 3-0 to us.
I like that confidence there.
Yeah.
I think the last time I spoke, I got the prediction 100% right. So I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty confident for a W. I'm gonna go 3-2. I see there's goals in this fixture. I think Marino's gonna shut up shop for the first 20 minutes, and hopefully then we letting loose, and we actually see a good game without fans. We see a proper North London derby. We see some yellow cards. We see some hard tackling. We see some. That's what I would like to see Torreira in there. The Jack Russell moments, just being all up in the opponent's faces. So yeah, I'm going with a 3-2. Aubameyang to score 2 and Pepe to get another one.
Okay. And you, Murray, do you have a goal scorer in mind?
I'm just thinking now, hopefully the ref and VAR are kind to us. As William mentioned, a couple of cards, and I'm thinking, as long as it's not in our box, then we should be fine. But I think it also then comes down to that VAR has been absolutely shocking over the past couple of games.
That was actually my last question, to be honest.
With the North London derby, I think the refs are going to have to, and it's a lot of pressure on the refs. Don't get me wrong. But, they've got these systems in place, and if it's not working, you can't have that go wrong now.
Yeah.
And I've always found that Tottenham find it a little bit easier when we're down to 10 men. So I think they're going to probably try to get one of our players sent off. I see that Danny and Ceballos are actually, Danny and Zaka are actually starting in the middle. It's a very similar team. I've just seen the lineup now. Aubameyang, Lacazette, and Pepe up front. So Arteta's going for goals.
He's going for it,
The jugular.
He's going for it. We're going to need to break them down. I think Aubameyang maybe 2. Pepe probably as well. But, hopefully we see a cricket score here against Spurs. I would love that. Everyone gets in on the goals. But, that's wishful thinking. But I'm just looking forward to it. As long as we get the win, I'm happy.
Yeah, I also said 3-0 in my preview show that I did alone for us. And I said 2 Aubameyang, 1 Pepe. So you guys kind of read my mind. We're pretty much giving the same analysis here. But yeah, I think we can also put 3. The last comment, I know it's off the topic. We still got 30 minutes till the game. But yeah, last question. So the Leicester game, I didn't get to chat to you guys. So it sums up, we had a good game. You know how it is. We don't want to bring up open wounds. But I just want to know, you did comment on VAR. How did you feel about the red card, Just this last thing, and then,
It was a valid red. Look, the studs were up, but I think that he didn't have any intent. I mean, if you watch the replay, he had all eyes on the ball, and as soon as he saw the play, he tried to take his foot away. So it's a bit unfortunate, but his studs were still up, so it's a red. Coming back then as well, Vardy should have been sent off, man. If you send Pepe off for something where he's trying to pull out of a tackle, you've got to send Vardy off, even though it was accidental, and Vardy didn't even get a card. And it's the ref. I don't know. The ref didn't seem like he knew what he was doing in that Leicester game. And as soon as Eddie got sent off, you could see we were on the back foot and offside, man. Oh, come on! I couldn't get over that. And once again, VAR was involved with that. And then all of a sudden, the next day, they come out and say, "Oh, sorry, we made a mistake."
Yeah, even with the Bruno Fernandes.
Well, that's the thing. Do the refs now? Or does the FA now need to take those? Should they start taking points away? Because is that the only way that clubs are then going to come together and say, you guys need to start calling right? Because I mean, imagine a team wins 1-0 and then all of a sudden next thing they come out, or even in the Leicester game, it was 1-1. You take that goal away from Vardy, which was offside. It's 3 points to us, and it determines whether or not we get into Europe or not.
Yeah.
So,
No.
like, what does the FA now need to do? Do they need to start scrapping the goals if they have made a mistake? We don't know, because I mean, players now. That's the thing. Now players sort of get, when if tackles get reviewed, then players all of a sudden get suspended. So why can't goals now get taken away as well for exactly the same thing? But I think that's a topic for another day, because that there's a lot of technicalities to that. Yeah.
And how did you feel about the Reds?
Yeah, I think Murray summed it up perfectly. I was really down and out after that Leicester game, because I think we honestly dominated for about 70-75 minutes. We were all over the. But it like I commented on the Instagram post, I think we lost that game. Not because of the red card. We should have buried that game in the first half. We should have led 3-4-0 in the first half. But yeah, with that incident, definitely it was a red card. He didn't mean it by no. But yeah, and then that Vardy incident. I mean, VAR, they didn't even go to VAR in that incident, and just bring it. I know it has nothing to do with the Arsenal Leicester game, but that Bruno challenge. I mean, come on, what VAR, did they go for coffee when that incident, when they showed the replay? I mean, that was absolutely ridiculous. And then the FA came up, like Murray said the next day, oh no, that penalty shouldn't have stood. That should have actually been a card to Bruno. But yeah, man, it's disappointing. It's frustrating. They should have gotten everything perfect by now. I mean, it's almost been a year that VAR has been in the Premier League, and you still get that decisions that you feel like, oh, it's absolutely ridiculous. And that offside, I mean, it's clear as daylight. Literally all the pundits came out and said that that was an offside, and Eddie was that, honestly, it was a red card. But Vardy, I mean, come on, it's you just don't fall like that, man. You could see his facial expression. Look back.
And you even say he's a sneaky dude. He probably did mean it.
Yes,
you know what I mean? So
he knew exactly what he was doing. I mean, that should have been a red card as well. But
sorry to bring some gloom here. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
but I think the VAR and the referees in terms of Arsenal is just a talking point. It's come to a point where we actually
always
the disadvantages that we're having. And Murray makes good points. Do they give us points? So maybe fine the referees. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like, nah, you don't get paid for this game. You're making decisions like this. So guys, thanks once again. It's North London derby, so either way we're excited. We're gonna get the win, 3-0 to Arsenal, as we all predicted. Or pretty much we're gonna put 3 goals in. Hopefully, guys. Thanks again. PE Supporters Club, Murray and William. It's always a pleasure having you guys on. Enjoy the game.
Thank you.
And then we'll catch you afterwards. Gunnacast SA, we're out.
Cheers.
Yes.